It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
The number 5 Hightstown Rams with a chance for a trip to the Mercer County Tournament Finals as they will face the number 1 seed Irish of Notre Dame. Good afternoon, everybody. Game 2 of a doubleheader here on the WBCB Sports Network. The second semifinal game here for the Mercer County Tournament between the Irish of Notre Dame and the Rams of Hightstown. The Rams, led by Coach Tom Minoski, come into today's game at 11-6 and defeated Hun 1-0 in round 1 of the Mercer County Tournament, and they face arguably the hottest team in New Jersey, with Notre Dame coming into today's game at 17-1, led by head coach Chris Jackson, and coming off of a 15-0 win against Lawrence in round 1. The only loss for the Irish coming this season on May 5th, a 1-0 loss at Hillsborough, and their most impressive win of the season against Donovan Catholic earlier this season, knocking down the powerhouse in the state of New Jersey for the last couple of years. Starting lineups being introduced now here at Armstrong Park as we welcome the Hall of Famer, the Mercer County Hall of Famer, Rich Fisher, the birthday boy, in. Enjoying a nice little hot dog there, Fish. And
yeah.
An exciting game today is being introduced first are the Hightstown Rams, but what do you think we can expect to see in this one, Fish?
Well, Mike, we got the number 2 team in the state, and they're taking on the Rams, who that was a a big win for them, beating Hun. They beat a great pitcher in that game to take that 1-0 win. And as you mentioned, the records, the Rams are 15-9, and that pales in comparison to that 17-1 that Notre Dame has. And not only have they beaten the Donovan Catholic, who was the 3-time defending non-public A champ, they also beat defending Group 2 champ Haddon Heights. But don't be fooled by all this. Despite the fact that Hightstown lost to the Irish 8-0 earlier this year, and they're coming off a really bad loss to Notre Dame or Bordentown, this is a team and a program that's learned how to win in recent years. They won a state title in 2019. They got to the MCT finals that same year. And, Tom Mineski's team, they watched Katie Olson pitch a 5-hit shutout against Hun. Olson, 2.68 ERA, 99 Ks in 81 innings. They also have one of the most feared sluggers in Mercer County with Julia Luxzak. Junior catcher's hitting .411 with 7 home runs and 31 RBIs. That's massive. Angelina Benitez is one of the table setters for Luxzak. She's hitting a .458 with 15 steals. So the key for Notre Dame junior hurler Riley Mahalik will be to keep runners off the base, so if Luxzak does do any damage, it'll be limited. And so far, Mahalik has been able to do pretty much whatever she wants this year.
Yep.
University of Houston commit. She's doing things we haven't seen around here since the glory days of Robbinsville's Lauren Fisher. Mahalik is 13-1, 0.27 ERA, 160 strikeouts in 79 innings, allowed only 6 runs, and only 3 of them are earned. She's been in double figures in strikeouts 9 times, and to top it off, she's one of the nicest, most pleasant kids you'd ever want to meet. She's backed by an absolutely ferocious offense. Chris Jackson's squad batting .361, averaging 8.2 runs per game. Leadoff hitter Ella McColgan has been nothing short of outstanding. She's batting .475, 16 steals, 26 runs scored. She sets the table. She's the key. They got to be able to keep her off base. And, Notre Dame looks unstoppable at this point, but Hightstown will do everything it can to thwart that quest to reach the finals.
We'll hear more about both of these teams in just a minute. We'll step aside to honor America. It's the Rams and the Irish next on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, Call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. $14.90 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Let's introduce the lineups for today's contest. First, for the Hightstown Rams, they will bat first. It'll be Olivia Pignatello out in center field, batting first. Batting second, number 35, Katie Olson. She's pitching. In the 3-hole, Angelina Benitez at shortstop. Batting fourth, behind the dish, Julia Luxak. In the 5-hole in left field, Jordan Rosaluk. At third base, batting sixth is Hayden Bustos. In the 7-hole in left field, Adriana Cepeda, or in right field in the 7-hole, Adriana Cepeda. At first base in the 8-hole, Brooke Lever. And rounding out the lineup at second base, Sophia Holm. So again, Pignatello, Olson, Benitez, Luxak, Rosaluk, Bustos, Cepeda, Lever, and Holm for the Hightstown Rams. Let's take a look at Notre Dame defensively, how they line up in this one. In the outfield, going from left to right, it'll be Madalena Creo in left, Helen Walshin in center, and Kaylin Rozika in right field. At third base, Elena Giampolo. At shortstop, Ella McColgan. At second base, Isabella Antazowitz. At first base, Emma Marchese. Behind the dish, Emily Brown. And in the circle today for the Irish, the hard-throwing right-hander and University of Houston commit, Riley Mihalik.
I got to tell you, I commend this Ewing snack bar. These hot dogs are awesome.
Good to know.
Yeah, so if you're coming out to the game and you need a hot dog, fear not, you'll get a good one.
Mihalik finishes up her warm-up pitches. Brown snaps one down to second base.
You know, I was just at Hot Dog Johnny's last week. You ever go there?
I have. It's
awesome.
It's great.
It's like they make a hot dog into like a greatest meal of all time, even though it's just a hot dog.
So that'll bring up Olivia Pignatello to get us going here for Hightstown. Starting in center field this afternoon. Facing Riley Mihalik, the future Cougar for Houston.
You know how bad Houston wanted Riley Mihalik? That when the clock struck midnight to start junior recruiting, they texted her.
Mihalik's first pitch is a called strike one. No balls, one strike to Pignatello. It'll be Pignatello, Katie Olson, and Angelina Benitez. The first three due up for Hightstown is quickly ahead. No balls and two strikes is Mihalik on Pignatello. Mihalik re-enters the circle, now toes the rubber, looks in, has the sign, the windup, in the 0-2 pitch. Did she go? She did not, according to the home plate umpire. That one short. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mihalik's 1-2 on the way, laid off high. Count goes even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Winner of today's game will go to play the Ravens of Robbinsville in the championship round on Tuesday night. As the count all of a sudden is now full after Mihalik was ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes now.
It's un-Riley-like. You don't see her having many control issues.
Mihalik checks the wristband, has the sign, the 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. She got her, 1 down. Over 400 career strikeouts for Mihalik in only her junior season, as you'll have to think will be on the call potentially for number 500 next year in her senior campaign. Continuing to rack up the strikeouts and strikes out the first batter of today's contest. Here's Katie Olson, Hightstown's pitcher this afternoon. The first pitch offered at and fouled back. 0-1.
Okay, I'm done. You won't hear chewing in the headphone anymore.
The 0-1 just misses low and away. Counts even at 1 apiece.
Mahalik has the complete arsenal. She can throw every pitch, but you ask her, and that was high, you ask her what her out pitch is, and she says it's always changing. Everything's still a work in progress, which is, hey, that's the most refreshing way you can be when you're the best pitcher in the county, and you're still wanting to learn and get things different. You know that's what you got to do, because people are going to catch up to you.
2-1 blasted straight away center field. Ranging back is Wolshin, making it look routine out there in center field. 2 away.
She did make that look routine. Just calmly cruised right under it, put it away.
2 down. Here's Angelina Benitez, the Rams shortstop. And if my memory serves me correctly, back when this Irish team were all freshmen a couple years ago, and it was the CVC tournament, I believe Wolshin was the shortstop and McColgan was out in the outfield, and they have seemed to switch roles this season. McColgan now at short and Wolshin patrolling center field.
Yep.
First pitch to Benitez, a called strike 1.
Six juniors on this team that started as freshmen, and they knew back then. Martin Schaefer knew we had something special. He put 6 freshmen. Look at that.
Pinned down by Giampolo at third base, playing shallow, caught by Marchese at first, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down in Mihalik's first inning of work. 5-3 the put out from Giampolo as we head to the home half of the first inning. The Irish bats coming up next here on WBCB. Spring is here, and it's time to view the world through Jammer Doors and Windows, a family-owned and operated local business since Babe Ruth started playing for the Yankees in 1920. And today, Jammer continues to SWAT home run sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, entry doors, patio doors, storm doors, and windows. Jammer Doors features Rainer garage doors, steel or aluminum, and crafted for dependable, long-lasting service. Jammer Doors and Windows do their own work and installation using no subcontractors, saving you money. Avoid the big box stores and save with Jammer Doors and Windows. Visit their showroom at 2850 Brunswick Pike, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, and the Yardley showroom open by appointment. You can call 215-493-7709. That's 215-493-7709. Jammer Doors and Windows, proud to sponsor today's contest here on WBCB. And who has the car inventory in Mercer and Bucks counties? The all-new Hyundai of Trenton has cars priced from $2,000 to $200,000 and everything in between. All the new Hyundai models, pre-owned cars and SUVs from BMW, Audi, Cadillac, Ford, Chevy, and other models. Hyundai of Trenton has the inventory ready for immediate delivery. Hyundai of Trenton, the area's newest auto dealer, has the cars in stock at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. First chance offensively for the Irish as they will face Katie Olson in the circle today for Hightstown. Mahalik setting down the Rams in order in the top of the first. Olson looking for the same in her first attempt in the circle. First pitch to McColgan, laid off low and away. It's 1 ball and no strikes to the Irish leadoff batter. McColgan, Wolshin, and Giampolo, the first 3 due up for Notre Dame. The pitch, slapped, left side, fielded by Benitez, thrown to first, 1 out.
Wind is picking up here.
One down, nobody on. Here's Helen Wolshin, the center fielder for Notre Dame. Made a nice catch out in center field. Ball hit by Katie Olson. Fastball paints the outer black. No balls, 1 strike to Wolshin.
Ella McColgan is so good. I'm always amazed when she makes an out.
The pitch taken high. Count is even at 1 apiece. Wind blowing in a bit from center field. More towards right center and blowing in towards third base. Walshin lays off that one. It's 2-1 now. The pitch. Tries to bunt but fouls it back. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Helen Walshin. Elena Giampolo due up next. Olsen toes the rubber. The windup and the pitch. Slapped and just foul down the left field line, as that one might have been good for extra bases if it stayed fair.
Sure, yeah.
Walshin can fly, and that one just missing extra bases as it just touched some green grass there. Yeah. Was looking for some chalk to flare up, but it looks like a spray-painted line down the left field. The pitch. Called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 down.
Well, Walshin wasn't happy with that call.
Third baseman, number 39, Elena Giampolo.
2 up, 2 down for the Irish. Here's Elena Giampolo.
It's always a fun game for Giampolo. She's from East Windsor. She had sisters that went here at the Notre Dame and knows a lot of these kids on Hightstown.
First pitch taken high. 1 ball, no strikes to the Irish third baseman. Olsen's 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0 now to Giampolo. Emma Marchese would be up next if the inning does continue. Giampolo riding a 2-0 count. Olsen's pitch is popped up straight back and out of play for strike 1. Giampolo, one of the team leaders in runs batted in this season for the Irish. Her and Marchese among the top. As a fastball crosses by her helmet there. High and away, it's 3-1. Good hitters count for Giampolo. 3 balls, 1 strike. And time is called. Giampolo looking for a little 2-out magic, a 3-1 count. Olsen looking for a shutdown first inning. The pitch, offered at, and the count moves full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Elena Giampolo. Full count, 2 outs. The payoff pitch, fouled back again.
Hanging in.
Count remains full. Giampolo making Olsen work a bit here, extending the at-bat by any means necessary.
Olsen does not like to work quick. She's very deliberate out there.
Home plate umpire dusts off the dish. The pitch. In the air. Left field. Carrying. Just foul.
Yeah. No, that was a little further foul than the last one we saw, but she gave it a ride. It was close.
A long foul ball. It's strike 2 remains on the board. The count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. Home half of the first inning. Olsen, the payoff pitch. Tipped again. Giampolo. The battle of Giampolo and Olsen continues.
Great battle. We've got 4 straight foul balls now, 3 straight with 2 strikes.
The anything close mentality for Giampolo paying off. The pitch lays off, ball 4, and that is a great at-bat from Elena Giampolo.
Sure is. Worked her way back from being down on the count to a full count.
So a 2-out base runner now for a power-hitting first baseman in Emma Marchese.
Yeah, Marchese she's one of the big run producers for the Irish.
It was Marchese her freshman season, hitting a game-tying 3-run home run against Robbinsville during the COVID year when the CVC tournament took the place of the Mercer County Tournament. Marchese hit a game-tying 3-run home run to tie it up at 6, and the Irish went on to win 7-6 in that game, coming all the way back from 6-0. Marchese now up here. 2 outs, a runner on first, and she's behind, no balls and 2 strikes to Katie Olson. Giampolo off first. The pitch. Fouled, coming towards our side here in the bleachers, and almost a nice catch.
Sort of.
Count remains no balls and 2 strikes.
That woke the Hightstown fans up over here.
Olson's 0-2 pitch. High. 1-2. Madalena Creo awaits in the on-deck circle, the left fielder for Notre Dame. Olson retoes the rubber. The windup and the pitch. Tipped back again. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. As back-to-back batters now, Olson's really had to work. 2 outs, a runner on first. The 1-2. High, counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Emma Marchese.
I think Notre Dame is frustrating her a little bit because she can't get that last pitch by them. They keep getting just a tiny piece of it hanging in there.
2-2 popped up, heading towards
That's
out of play, and that one just getting over the fence in foul territory. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away with a runner on first.
Another foul ball.
Marchese protecting a 2-2 count. Olson's pitch, high and it's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the Irish first baseman.
Boy, these last 2 at-bats have just been, early in the game, they're working it, they're seeing the pitches. Even if it doesn't produce anything, they're good at-bats. Another foul ball.
Marchese stays alive. Count stays full. Giampolo stays on first.
This becomes almost a mind game almost. It's a mental battle now. You can't get me out.
The never-ending mental chess match. The pitch, fouled in the air, popped up, I should say, ranging towards the Notre Dame dugout and hitting off the top of the roof out of play. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
This is amazing. I can't believe how many foul balls these last 2 hitters have had with 2 strikes. I don't know the exact number, but let's just say
I think they've combined for double digits, yeah. Between the last 2 at-bats. Marchese in a 3-2 count. Olson's payoff pitch.
Another one.
In the air, right side, ranging over and running out of room over there at first base. That's Brooke Lever.
And Hightstown's getting frustrated, too. These balls that are going out of play are just going out of play. They, tease you enough to think you can get the out, and then they say, nope, I'm on the other side of the fence.
A battle of Giampolo and Olson turns into a battle of Marchese and Olson. Foul balls galore between the last 2 batters. The 3-2 pitch once more. Ripped down the left field line and in for a base hit. That's going to trick by the left fielder. Giampolo's on her way around third. She's going to be waved at home, and she will score. The Irish strike first with 2 outs in the first inning on an RBI double from Emma Marchese.
Well, and that's why this team's ranked number 2 in the state. 2 outs, nobody on. Two batters in a row with 2 strikes that just work the pitcher, finally get a walk and then a double. And, that's so uplifting for the team that gets the run, and it's kind of frustrating for the pitcher, I got to think.
Here's Madalena Creo offering at the first pitch, fouling it back, no balls and 1 strike. Yeah, that ball was definitely smoked by Marchese and even took a quick hop out there in the outfield. We've seen a couple of quick skips when the ball hits the outfield grass.
Yeah, for sure.
From the first game and even to now, that ball Marchese hit skipped pretty quickly and got right under the glove of Jordan Rosaluk out there.
Well, when it's hit with that kind of velocity, it's going to take a quick bounce, that's for sure.
Creo rips this one foul down the third baseline. Marchese will head back to second. It's 0-2 now to Creo.
Creo had a huge hit in that Donovan Catholic win, a 2-run homer in the top of the. They got a run. Ella McColgan scored a run on a wild pitch, and then Creo put the hammer down with the 2-run homer.
Correction, the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Creo. Olson's pitch, laid off high for a ball, and it's even at 2-2. Bianca Pesci would be up next if the inning does continue. Katie Olson, 2 down. A runner on second, the pitch. Fouled straight back.
Here we go again. Madalena Creo, just a sophomore, just one senior on this Notre Dame team.
Scary for the rest of the CVC and Mercer County.
And the state.
Yeah. Creo battling. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. High, and it's full again. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I mean, again, this South Jersey non-public A tournament is just going to be a war. 3 teams in the top 5 in the state. St. John Vianney number 1, Notre Dame 2.
The 3-2. Fouled back. 3 straight Irish batters really making Katie Olson work after the first 2 outs recorded pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, these 3 batters taking about 20 minutes.
Good turnout on hand for game number 2 this afternoon on WBCB here at Armstrong Park. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled back again, out in front just a bit that time. Nonetheless, Creo stays alive.
She can just not get any swings and misses.
It's been tough for her to this point. She does have a strikeout in this first inning. It was looking on Walsh in the pitch. Ripped down the left field line.
That's foul.
Just foul. If it was fair, it would have been gone. But hooking foul. Marchese goes back to second. Creo steps back into the box. The count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Is a long strike 2 that time. Olson's 3-2 pitch. Creo belts
Same
it,
spot.
and same spot, foul again.
She's just out in front of it.
Creo reminiscent of this at-bat to the Phillies' Kyle Schwarber, just trying to time it up a little bit here and blasting him down the corner, but just hooking him foul.
She's just a little ahead. She's got to wait back just a tiny fraction.
So Creo digs back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Irish with 1 across in the inning on the RBI double from Marchese. The pitch. It's a ball. It's another walk for the Irish, and the inning continues. Runners at first and second, and some great discipline on display here from the Irish early on.
Oh, my God. They're just, I mean, I don't know Olson. I don't know what she's like. I don't know her at all. But I would think any pitcher, this has to just grind on you after a while. Well, they got a swing and a miss there. It's still only 1 run. That's the good news for Hightstown.
Bianca Pesci steps in. Tips that one into the glove. 0-1. Offers at this one. Pops it up in the infield. Ranging over is Olson. She can't bring it in. Marchese's on her way home. She'll score. Over to third is Creo. It's 2-0 Notre Dame.
Oh, my. It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. You cannot give a team like Notre Dame runs. They're going to get enough on their own.
So here's Riley Mihalik with 2 away, runners at the corners, and a chance to grow the lead here.
Mihalik, not a bad hitter. She doesn't hit a lot.
Olson looking in, taking her time. Has the sign, the windup, and the pitch. Low, gets by her. On the way home is Creo. She's going to score easily. On the way to second is Pesci. It's 3-0 Irish, all with 2 outs in the inning.
This is just turning into a nightmare for Hightstown.
1 ball, no strikes to Mihalik. The pitch, ripped. Up the middle, a base hit. Being waved around third is Pesci. She's going to be held up. The throw to third is not in time to get her as she gets back to the bag. On the way to second is Mahalik. Second and third, 2 outs, and the Irish still in business.
Yeah, smart idea to hold her there for sure. Bianca was ready to roll. She was rounding that corner. Chris Jackson holding her up.
So they're going to get a courtesy runner from Mahalik on second base. The pitcher for Notre Dame. And that'll bring on the sophomore outfielder, Riley Cunningham. She'll courtesy run for Mahalik. So one Riley comes in for the other. Cunningham on second. Kaylin Rozika steps in, offers at the first pitch, fouls it back off the catcher's mask. And that one might have got a piece of the home plate umpire as well. No balls, 1 strike. A 2-out rally here in the home half of the first for the Irish. 3 runs across so far, 2 more in scoring position. Here for Kaylin Rozika. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and fouled back. It's 0-2.
Well, again, she's 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. She's been 1 strike away from getting out of this inning 3 times, now 4. And she was out of the inning with a pop-up that she dropped. This is just a nightmare. This is a Murphy's Law inning.
The 8th batter across, or up for Notre Dame. A swing and a miss strikeout. Drop throw to first. In time to retire Rozika, and the inning is over. 3 runs come across in the home half of the first for Notre Dame. Couple of hits in the inning. Couple of walks as well. 3 across, and the Irish lead 3-0. Mahalik coming back out for inning number 2.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest homemade bread made daily, finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries as well. Homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936, and proud to support our post-game player of the game interview. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. 4-5-6 due up for Hightstown. Top 2. Mahalik's first pitch is low to Julia Luxak. 1 ball, no strikes. Luxak, Rosaluk, and Bustos fouled towards the Notre Dame dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Whoever's in charge of chasing down foul balls today is going to be in good shape by the end of this game. These balls are going all over the fence everywhere.
Need a team effort chasing down all these foul balls.
Absolutely.
The 1-1 on the way, out in front that time. A nice change of speed from Mahalik. Works the count to 1-2 now.
That's one of the things that makes her so special, because she can throw hard. And she throws so hard that changeup, you almost hurt yourself swinging at it sometimes.
The 1-2 pitch. Count goes even after that fastball misses high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck her out. Second strikeout of the day for Mahalik. One down in the top of the second inning. And here's Jordan Rosaluk. Her first appearance of the afternoon, out in left field this afternoon for Hightstown, and the Rams still looking for their first hit. Bunt attempt, fanned at. No balls, one strike as the fastball goes right by her. The 0-1, laid off high that time. It's even at 1 apiece. Giampolo playing well in front of the third base bag. Playing any potential slap hits on the infield. And he bunts as well. That one just missing inside. 2 balls and 1 strike now. The pitch. Just misses. 3 balls, 1 strike to Jordan Rosaluk. The pitch. A called strike on the outer black. Rosaluk didn't like that one. Nonetheless, the count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, nobody on for the Rams.
A couple of full counts for the Rams here.
The pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 up, 2 down.
Just so confident. Nothing phases her. 3-2 count, I don't care. I'm going to strike you out.
Here's Hayden Bustos. Couple of strikeouts in the inning for Mahalik. 3 overall in the afternoon. A bunt attempt fanned at that time by Bustos. 0-1.
Mahalik walking around telling her infielders how many outs there are.
0-1 on the way. Fouled off, heading right towards Chris Jackson in the dugout. Luckily catching a piece of the fence.
Yeah, you got to have that fence. Surprised more balls don't fly into that Steiner dugout.
No balls, 2 strikes to Bustos, the pitch. Not sure where it missed from our angle here. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Some of the Irish infielders started walking off the field even.
Yeah.
They thought it looked good too. Mahalik's 1-2 pitch. Fouled off towards the Notre Dame dugout again.
They are peppering the dugout.
It's been 5 up, 5 down for Mahalik. 2 down in the second. Off-speed pitch well out in front, and she strikes out the side. Couple of Ks swinging, 1 looking for Mahalik as the Rams go down in order and the Irish bats coming to work next here in the bottom of the second inning.
This is Angelo Honor, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. Well, the Irish with a 2-out rally, their first time up in the home half of the first, here in the home half of the second. 3-0 the score. 2 hits and 2 walks in the inning for the Irish. Back in that first inning.
And here she is, the lone senior on the roster. I wonder if they call her Mom. I've seen that actually happen before, where there's only one senior on the team, and they go, "Oh, we call her mom. She's the old lady."
This is Isabella Antazowitz stepping in, her first time this afternoon. Staring at a ball, she's ahead 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Missing. 2-0 now. Olsen's 2-0 on the way. High in the driver's seat now is Antazowitz, 3 balls and no strikes. The windup and the 3-0 pitch. That's a called strike on the inner half. The pitch. Offered out on the ground towards short. Benitez has it, flips it over to first in time. 1 down.
Shortstop number 57, Ella McColgan.
And back to the top of the lineup for Notre Dame here in the home half of the second. Ella McColgan's up. She grounded out to Benitez her first time up.
Just a dangerous, dangerous leadoff hitter. Again, not big. We've seen a couple slightly smaller statured players in this tournament, but they're good.
McColgan behind 0-1. The pitch taken high, and it's even. Helen Walshin awaits in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Laid off that time. Now McColgan ahead 2 balls and 1 strike. Olsen's back in the circle, toes the rubber. Spins the ball in her glove, now has the pitch, the windup, and the pitch. Slapped and down for a base knock into left field, and that one's going to get by her. Rosaluk's having a tough time reading the ball out there, and it's a double for McColgan.
That's a classic McColgan hit right there, typical. Little slap, punch it right over the infield. Nothing anybody could do about it.
So here's Helen Walshin with a runner in scoring position. 1 down. Walshin attempts at that first pitch on a bunt. Fouls it back, it's 0-1. Olsen's done a nice job pounding the zone to this point. It's just the Irish bats have put the ball in play a good amount.
Started so well for her. She got the first 2 outs of the game.
Very quickly, too. Just 5 pitches to get those first 2 outs, or 6 pitches, rather.
That's twice now today. We've seen a 3-run rally with 2 outs and nobody on. Robbinsville did it in the first game to win the game.
Yeah. Walshin behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Olsen's pitch. Laid off for a ball. Two balls, 2 strikes to Helen Walshin. McColgan on second base. The 2-2 pitch. Count moves full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Elena Giampolo awaits in the on-deck circle. 1 out, a runner on second base. Olsen has the sign. The pitch. Fouled back. Irish batters battling all day long to this point.
They sure are.
And it continues.
It is amazing to watch.
Feels like the strategy for this team is by any means necessary with 2 strikes. And you're seeing Chris Jackson's team to this point continue to foul off balls and increase the probability of mistakes over the middle of the plate. The pitch. Fouled back again. Not something you always see with a 3-2 count and no force out on the bases, but maybe McColgan's in motion one of these times. Not that time. It's ball 4. She stays put. Now runners at first and second. It's a walk forced by Walshin.
The third baseman, number 39, Elena Giampolo.
Giampolo started all the trouble in the first. Got about a 9 or 10 pitch walk.
Yeah, at least.
Continue to foul off pitches with 3-2 count.
This one in the air and into the outfield for a base knock. McColgan's going to be waved around third. She's going to come across to score. On the way to third base is Wolshin, and she is out.
Good play by Olsen there. Quickly getting it, throwing third.
Giampolo goes to second as the ball gets thrown around. It's an RBI single for her.
55, Emma Marchese.
Really takes a little bit of a luster off the run when you get somebody thrown out.
Right.
But Notre Dame will take it. They're not going to give it back. Lusterless or not.
Irish lead 4-0. This one well out in front and pulled foul by Emma Marchese. RBI double for Marchese in the first. She came around to score as well. Behind 0-1 to Olsen, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Swing and a tip into the glove. No balls, 2 strikes to Marchese. She was in this spot before. Was able to work a full count and then rip a double. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Olsen blows it by her, and the inning is over. The Irish strand a runner, but they do push one more across, extending the lead to 4-0 with the Rams coming up next here in the top of the third from Armstrong Park. You're watching the Mercer County Tournament semifinals here on WBCB. Don't go anywhere.
Fly a rocket, save the tigers, hike the mountains of Peru. There is nothing we can't do when we read. April is School Library Month. School libraries are magical places where students fall in love with reading and learning. NJEA members honor the important role that school librarians play in cultivating creativity and supporting student success. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation because we prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message is sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and this radio station. Fly a rocket, save the tigers, hike the mountains of Peru. There is nothing we can't do when we read. April is School Library Month. School libraries are magical places where students fall in love with reading and learning. NJEA members honor the important role that school librarians play in cultivating creativity and supporting student success. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation because we prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message is sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and this radio station.
7, 8, and 9 due up. Top of the third here from Armstrong Park.